Water quality really is kind of the lifeblood of Florida's environment and its economy. So people live in Florida because they want to be on or near the water. People visit Florida because they want to be on or near the water. And no one wants to come visit when our waters are discolored due to algal blooms. And an algal bloom is the rapid acceleration of growth of an algae population. So it basically changes the natural coloration of the water, and what you're seeing is the pigmentation of the algae, which is really taking over in terms of the biomass in that water body. Some of them can have odors, and some of them can actually have impacts from their toxins. So you might have sneezing or itching or watery eyes, and so people might actually feel those impacts rather than just see or smell them. Whenever you're talking about water quality, people tend to try and find a scapegoat, and unfortunately for the algal blooms, agriculture industry has been that scapegoat. Agriculture, just by the nature, is a source of nutrients, but it's one of many sources of nutrients to our water quality problems. And the BMPs, or the best management practices, are the state's tool for reducing those nutrients coming from agricultural production. And what we want the communities to do is to recognize that not all algal blooms are the same, that the sources of nutrients and the impacts are going to be different. And so we want them to have science-based, sound policy and management decisions for their particular water quality problem. People should educate themselves and inform themselves. We do public workshops. We have residential programs, such as the Water Ambassador Program, which is targeted specifically to address stormwater in Martin County. We're working with our agency friends to actually put together a symposium of the scientific community to get them together. We're doing panel discussions for our stakeholders to understand where their largest concerns are, and that we're addressing all Floridians' problems. I think what I want people to recognize is that all of us are part of the problem and all of us are part of the solution, because nutrient management happens at every level. It's not just the state or federal government. It's not just the counties or local municipalities. Really, nutrient management can happen on an individual level. And so the more someone is aware of what their personal impacts are and the different scales, the better solutions we're going to have towards making a difference in our water quality. You know, I've never seen so much local motivation and support for water quality. And so while it is going to be a long-term process, I think this is one of the most positive times for protecting our water resources in Florida. So I think it's looking up.